Here we go.
You having a stressful day and need a few laughs? Well, you come to the right place. Myself, Lyric, and Jimmy Jam are fathers formerly in the music industry who have a lot to say. So sit back, sip your cup of coffee, and welcome to the shenanigans.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Coffee Break Podcast.
Coffee gang is in the building. What up, everybody?
How's everybody doing today? It is I, Lyric, and
Jimmy Jam.
feeling very, very over-caffeinated today. Salud to everybody out there.
That's good coffee this week.
Oh, man, I'm in the coffee mode. I needed it today. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are off a magnificent Mother's Day weekend.
Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Let's give them one of these.
Yes.
All the mommies out there, thank you for what you do. Because a lot of us little guys here wouldn't be able to do what we do without you.
And you gave your wife a heck of a Mother's Day.
Oh, man, she enjoyed her her gift this day. She very excited. How about you? Did she enjoy hers?
She did. Yep. I got her a massage that she's been longing for, not for me, but I paid to have something, so she could go get a massage and relax.
Some buff guy named Fabio.
Biff.
Oh, man. I got my wife matching jewelry that matches her new ring. She doesn't have anything rose gold, and her favorite stone is the opal. So
Nice.
had to lace her up with some stuff, and she got some wooden flowers, which I thought were different and unique.
Bottom line, I think with Christy and I think with any mother, including your wife, and they just want to be with their kids.
My wife was like, "Get my kids away from me. I don't even want to be a mommy today. I just want to." So I made sure she got out of the house a lot today. She went and I gave her some cash, and she went and got clothing for herself. She bought me this nice Grogu t-shirt that I'm wearing today while I was out. And then she did groceries, and then she came home, and we did the home thing for a little bit. The girls went to bed, and then I came here to see you.
Well, I actually left the campground early. I know you find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
I put everything away. I was up bright and early, got everything done, packed up, got on the road, was back here by the time that I needed to be, so we could have a nice Mother's Day with her.
Were you speeding?
A little bit here and there. Depends. There was a lot of traffic today.
Yeah, there's always a traffic on the way back more than going down for some reason.
Yeah, well, I hit the Mother's Day convoy at one point, so.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The convoy of how many tractor trailers?
I have no clue how many are in it.
There was a lot of them. But that makes me think of two ideas I want to talk about today.
All right.
One is creating memories. And what that does to your children, whether it's stepchildren, your actual children.
Sure.
What do you think memories do for kids, like for their growth? And
I think it's vital to anyone's growth to have cherished memories, because when you have bad memories, things you don't always have a positive outlook on life. But if you can look back and have some great memories of when you were a kid or a kid today and give them great memories, some of the stuff that you don't have to do anything big to create a memory. Some of the smallest things my parents did stand out more than a trip we took.
Yeah, I agree. One memory that I will always hold hilariously near and dear to me is when I first started recording music. My uncle used to yell down and tell us to turn it down, right? And it was to the point where everybody that was in the studio with me would mimic his voice and said that they feel like it was Charlie Brown because you never saw his face, but all you heard was, "Tony, turn down the music." And I just remember that to this day. And it's just weird, goofy things that come to my memory, and it's just the funniest things that I remember in the after people's rainbows have settled, and I think that's when your memories become more valuable.
Yeah, every day's a memory. It's just making it an impression is what the key thing to do is. It's, you know, what impression you leave. Like my dad, he's been there for, you know, him and my mom have done everything they could for Jeff and I to give us the best lives that we could. And my dad, he was there, you know, every karate match, every baseball game, basketball game, soccer game, you know, just anything he could be. And I remember this one time we went to this place called Fantasyland. I know you go there sometimes in your mind, but
never ending story.
No, it was called Fantasyland. It was up in Gettysburg.
Sounds like a freestyle song.
It was a weird place, you know, like how
Fantasyland.
Their characters that they had were panda bears in costumes. So, you know, it wasn't a high end theme park. It made Dutch Wonderland look like Disney World. So, so my parents are taking us to this Fantasyland up in Gettysburg, and this panda bear character was going on break. And we didn't realize they were going on break. There was a mama bear, a papa bear, and a baby panda bear. So we go up to the daddy panda bear and we say, you know, can we get our picture taken with you? And he's like, get away from me, kid. I'm on my break. And he like starts to take off his thing and light up a cigarette. My dad flipped his lid. I thought he was going to deck the panda. So then we go to this like walking petting zoo. It wasn't a petting zoo. I shouldn't say that. It was a walking zoo. It was like, you know, you just walk through like any zoo, I guess. And we walk past this sign that says, do not feed the bear. But the only thing there is a collar with no bear. Well, all of a sudden, you know, we're walking, my mom's holding Jeff's hand, and then she's holding my hand, and my dad's holding my other hand. And we're walking, like, you know, following the yellow brick road, and all of a sudden a lion roars. And my dad thinks all he can see is that empty bear collar. He drops my hand and he's climbing this fence because he thought but you know, that's he thought the bear was coming after him. You know,
he said everybody for himself. I'm out.
But that's the stuff that, you know, you laugh about years later, and it is a lasting memory, and it's something I'll always, you know, be able to joke with my dad about, but it stands out.
Yeah, I agree. It's just the funny, oddest memories that people have that become near and dear memories when you pass. Like when my grandfather passed, all I can remember is him saying, I can outrun everybody. And mind you, he was a marathon runner.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would always talk smack, because at that point I was still in shape. I still play basketball. I still play football. And my little cousin was a soccer player who was actually really good at what he did. And me and my cousin Jordan, we would always talk smack. And my grandfather was like, Jordan, you can kick his ass. You can kick his ass. Go ahead. Go. I raced this guy, and you can see the footage, because if you go on YouTube, I have 3 times where I raced him, and I destroyed him every time. And it was just memories, because I would see him laughing at us just trying to race out of breath. And when we were done, he goes, you're lucky I'm old, because I'd outrun both of you.
It's funny, the stuff that you remember, but, and you know, Jimmy says to me, you know, I took Jimmy on trips. We did, you know, we went to the wrestling things. I mean, he has a lot of great memories of him and I when he was younger. But he said something to me today, actually, and he said, you know, I always wanted to be you when you were DJing. He's like, I always wanted to be just like you. I wanted to be able to entertain a crowd. I wanted to be able to do that. And I said, well, you can now.
Yeah.
I said, so, create your own memories, do your own thing.
It's funny because my son did that. He always had memories of when he was younger. I would always train because I was always in martial arts, and he found out, and when he could realize, he was watching footage of me being in karate. And I had the record of being the highest jumper, and I had this kick where I was literally 6 feet off the ground from dead feet. That he literally held that memory, and then he went and got his black belt through my same teachers, same avenue that I went through.
Yeah.
And then when he officially got his black belt, he says, now I want to be able to kick like you. So those memories made him want to pursue being a black belt. Now he remembers me doing graphics, so now that memory of me doing graphics made him unlock that creativity in him.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool seeing memories passed on in different styles and ways. A memory could inspire somebody to walk that avenue.
It is. It can instill, a memory can create a lifetime of possibilities. And I think certain memories can install values into what children are developing into.
Do you remember what my first memory of you is?
I'm afraid to know.
We were at a friend of ours, well, a guy's house of ours, and we went there. We were just met each other, and the first thing we realized is we both had iPhones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember this.
And you grab your iPhone and you're holding it like this and you're screaming at the top of your lungs, Team iPhone. That's what I remember. The first thing I remember is you screaming Team iPhone.
I had just switched from Android to iPhone, and I was like so excited to be on the Apple train.
God, I got off that train and I'll never go back to that train.
I'm still an Apple guy, but no, I do. I think it's very important that, you give the best memories that you can to your children, and not, you don't have to have children. There's lots of kids out there that are looking for guidance in life. Mm-hmm. Big brothers, big sisters. I mean, give them memories.
I try to make sure, because that alone right there, there's children out there that won't be able to receive the type of memories you can give your children. So that in itself is a value.
I just was at a wedding. Eddie did a wedding, and the guy that got married, he had a big brother, and his big brother was his best man. And the speech that best man gave about his little brother was very moving. It was very touching, and you really felt the love that this guy has for this kid who's not biologically his, and they don't have to be biologically yours to give them memories.
Amazing.
And that's the kind of stuff that moves me, when you can take a child, or that's yours, not yours, and give them a better life than they might have. And it doesn't have to be financially. It can be just through, being there.
Yeah. That brings me to my second debate. Well, talking point, I guess you would say. We have these now. We have cell phones. We have tablets.
Mine's an iPhone.
Yeah, Pear phone. With these, a lot of people don't print pictures anymore.
I know that.
A lot of people don't have physical photo albums.
Even school pictures, they give it to you on a disc now.
Oh God. Do you miss pictures?
I do. I have some albums. They're in storage. I think we're so quick to take a picture now, and we can save it. We can look at it instantaneously. But growing up as a kid, I remember the Polaroid little boxes that used to be in the shopping centers. and or I forget, it wasn't a Polaroid. It was a little cubicle like box that somebody stood in, and it was you dropped off your film, and 3 days later you picked it up.
How cool did you feel taking that little roll to the photo album? Oh, and then when they came out with 1 hour photos,
Yeah.
ooh, that changed the game. And then when they had the instant Polaroids, those are fun because I have a box of just pictures of like myself, my sister, my cousins growing up, and I'd like to pull them out and look at them. It's a process, but it takes you down a certain memory lane that you don't get with just looking at your phone, because you physically get to look like, oh yeah, this picture here, I remember we were here, we did this, and then memories just start flooding in.
Yeah, but I think that's also, where we're at right now. You and I are still from that generation that experienced film pictures, that, would pull out the shoebox that had the pictures in it. We still do that. Our kids are from a different generation. They don't have that because nobody's taking pictures anymore with a camera. They're doing it all on their phone. So those kids that we are raising now do not understand what they understand what a Polaroid is. They probably read about it in history class, but
Yeah.
they're not missing anything because they've never experienced it to miss it.
Well, we, as a household, we bought a picture printer because we want to print more pictures than we have. We take a bajillion pictures on our phone, and now I actually get to print them out. I just gave, who I call my father, a photo album for his birthday. He was in tears because he's like, I have all these pictures on my phone, but I can pick this up and just sit there and reminisce on it. And it's great. It's my daughter's pictures and stuff like that, but he enjoyed it. And we sent photo album to her mother. She enjoyed it because her house, there's pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can almost see like a family timeline. So we're in a process of, we just got new couches, so they're coming in on the 29th. So once we move the living room around, we're dedicating one wall to just covering it head to toe with pictures.
You're younger than I am.
Yeah.
I don't think you remember 3 Mile Island melting down just about.
No.
You weren't even in the picture yet.
I remember 8 Mile, but not 3 Mile.
That away. No.
Bad joke.
Yeah. No, but I would have been probably first grade when 3 Mile Island, they thought they were going to have a meltdown, and they talked about everyone evacuating, and we were sent home from school. My dad was leaving work. We weren't sure what we were going to do with the dog. My uncle said he was going to stay behind. The dog would stay with him. But the one thing my mother wanted to pack was picture frames and was the photo albums. That's all she wanted because that's where the memories lied. We would create new history, but the past was going to come with us.
I think there's something still to this day with opening up that glue smelling book and just flipping through and just looking at pictures and being able to track your life that way.
Yeah.
Compared to just, oh, look, flip.
Or now when you can say, you take a picture with the phone and you're like, oh, that one didn't turn out. Hold on, repose. Hold on. Okay, let's do it again.
We didn't get a chance to repose.
There was no retake.
You go, click. All right, next, come on.
And if there was a retake, it was in school when you went like 3 weeks later because your mom said, I am not paying for this picture.
Talking about that, a good friend of mine in high school shaved half his face, hair, eyebrows, everything for his school picture. So he had hair on this side and no hair on this side. I don't know why I remember that, but that was hilarious.
There was something that was just on the Kelly Clarkson show. She does a highlight of different people that do different things online, and she'll take it out and show it off, and whether it be a post or something like that. And she had this mother who, on the school picture for her son, she wrote, "I don't want this one," and sent it back, meaning I don't want this picture, and or something. It was something to that effect. I don't think that I got the wording right, but it was something like, "I don't want this one," something around that. And when the picture people sent it back to her with the picture of her son and the wording below that said, "I don't want this one," so it made it look like she didn't want the child.
That's great.
And apparently the picture went viral. It was all over, Facebook, YouTube, and not YouTube, but Instagram.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yearbooks, man.
Yeah, they're classic.
Oh man, I remember looking through the yearbook, even though I was, voted the most handsome man in my school. But yeah, great pictures. I wish people would take time out to enjoy more pictures.
Yeah, I love looking back at my Vanilla Ice picture from 1991 when I graduated. I had the 2 lines in the side shaved in the side of my head.
I need to see this.
I had the flat top. I had the baggy Bobby Brown pants and the white satin shirt. It was, yeah.
I need to see this. You need to.
With the patent leather shoes that had the metal tips on them.
That's all right. I had the Puff Daddy leather outfit in high school.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. Nobody can hold me down. Take that.
See, now you can say that, but my generation would say, "You can't touch this."
Yeah, well, I had those too. I had a pair of those too.
Did you?
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite part. Coffee break news with Mr. Jimmy Jam. What do you got for us today, sir?
This one comes from Detroit, the Windy City. A pizzeria owner, Tony Sacco, was so upset over people getting $150 tickets in front of his shop that he unwittingly parking in a handicap zone, because there was a handicap zone right outside that people would park in, run in, get ice cream or get a pizza.
Yeah.
So he got so tired of all his patrons getting this $150 fine that he went out and basically painted the whole street blue up and down so people knew not to park there. And that way he would not get the people would not get a fine. They'd be able to realize that you shouldn't park there. And, he went out and basically said he did his thing to help people. And the city officials said, "No, not so much."
Pizza to the rescue.
Yeah.
That's great. But at least he cared about his patrons.
Yeah, I think, $150 for parking in a handicap zone.
That's crazy.
That's a little pricey.
Can you lobby to move that in front of a business?
I don't know if you can, because here's the benefit for the person that is handicapped to be able to access that business. So it's a double-sided coin. I mean, there's plenty of parking there, and I think that's what he's saying. Don't park there to begin with. Yeah. But also looking out for his patrons at the same time. Do the right thing. Don't park in a handicap zone if you're not handicapped. There's plenty of people that need that spot more than anything.
Or just get DiGiorno. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
We didn't have DiGiorno growing up. We had Ilio's.
Ilio's is the GOAT.
Nothing like 2:30 a.m. Ilio's pizza.
We still buy Ilio's today. we throw extra cheese on top of it now, but Ilio's, oh my God, it's so good.
That was the best. But enough about my news. I made it short, quick, and to the point this week because I'm dying to hear about your sports.
Oh man. So, where do you want to start off with? Should we continue with the Aaron Rodgers shenanigans?
It's getting crazy.
Oh, man. Well, they didn't draft a quarterback, so they're in a shabacle right there off and start. They have many teams that are front runners. They're saying Miami and the Broncos.
Yeah.
They said that Aaron Rodgers has spoke his mind, had a meeting with everybody, and still does not want to return.
No, and what's funny is, when we did talk about Aaron Rodgers looking like Finkel, and if he does, and we joked around about him going to Miami, but if he does wind up in Miami, that's going to be classic.
Yeah, it'll be funny. But my thing is, you are a player. Now, I wonder if he has exhausted all avenues before he demanded a trade. We don't know that part. Now, if he just up and asked for the trade out of a contract that you signed,
yeah,
I don't know how I would feel about that one.
That's the problem I have with these athletes, and I use that term loosely. We're the fans.
Mm-hmm.
We can't opt out of our job. We can quit. We won't get paid. But to be able to maintain that salary that they get and just say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go somewhere else.
Well, I know one of his main topics was he wasn't being protected. So he felt it was unsafe for him to be the quarterback. That was one of his main topics.
I think that happens on a lot of teams, though. It's not just Green Bay.
Now, like we said, we don't know a lot of the backstory.
No, we don't.
So I don't know if he's already exhausted every avenue he can voicing his opinion, because Aaron Rodgers looks like one who doesn't hold his tongue. But to make pretty much a clown show out of everything at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
I don't know. I know it's the off season, and I think some of this stuff gets a little bit more hype than it needs to, because it is the off season right now, and to keep the interest of the fans sucked into the drama, I think they hype some of this stuff up.
What do you think is the percentage that he is back with Green Bay?
20%.
20%.
What about you?
I would say about 10%.
I think
he's pretty much already halfway out the door.
I think he's out the door. The question is, does anyone want to pick him up?
The sad thing is, he's Aaron Rodgers, so yes. I mean, how much of a crybaby Cam Newton was, he was picked up.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're right. Somebody will pick him up. And we talked about this, I think, an episode or two ago about the diva. We're going to have a diva every season. There's someone that stands out that makes the scene. And maybe Aaron Rodgers is...
Aaron Rodgers is your turn.
Yeah.
The price is right now. But, yeah. Another news I have... a good, interesting one. DK Metcalf, who is a wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, has tried out for the Olympics.
Really?
For track and field.
Good for him.
Now, he ran a 10:36 in the 100 meter. That's pretty damn fast.
That's very fast.
He has long legs. Now, if you remember during the season, I believe Russell Westbrook threw a interception in the... I don't know if it was an interception or if it was a fumble pickup. On their side of the field, they were getting ready to score a touchdown, and the guy took off. The guy was already 10, 20 yards down the field, and Metcalf caught him before he could score a touchdown. That dude got some speed. I
think if anybody can, if you can do something with the Olympics and get a medal out of it, or that really showcases you as an athlete. I think that's the pinnacle of your career. If you get a medal in the Olympics, that's
Ooh,
yeah.
That just made me want to ask you a question. If you played a sport, would you rather have a championship in that sport, or would you rather have an Olympic gold medal in that sport? I.e., say you were a shooting guard, you were the new Larry Bird Jr.
I would want an Olympic gold medal, because that is the height of, it's not just a conference that you're in of 20 some teams. You're competing with 20 some countries. You are you're the best of the best.
I agree. I'm trying to look up the official stat right now. But Carmelo Anthony has never won a championship, but has, I think it's 5 Olympic gold medals with Team USA.
Yeah, I'd much rather have an Olympic gold medal than a conference championship any day of the week.
I'm trying to find the answer right now. But yeah, he played with a lot of teams and has never won one championship. I mean, and he was a first round pick, third rounder. He made the All-Star 10 times. He was the USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year twice. He's won 6 medals in the Olympics.
That's amazing. See that? I think that there is a resume to have.
It will be a toss-up with me because the Olympics, I love the Olympics. I personally enjoy the Olympics. It's the best of the best out of the world. But I would also want a ring in my league. You know what I mean? So like I would want an NBA championship. At least one before I retired.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that.
Now he's still playing, so he can still get a ring. He's on a really good team right now. So there's a huge possibility he can win another ring. But I actually have a list here of Stephen A. Smith, top 5 players without a professional championship ring. And I was surprised on the names on his list. Number 5 was Dan Marino. Wow.
That is, yeah.
Number 4 was Carmelo Anthony. Number 3 surprised me, and I had to think back, but Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
This one right here got me too. Barry Bonds.
Really? Yeah.
Has never won a professional championship. And number 1 was Allen Iverson.
Mike, Dan Marino, we joke about Dan Marino and the Pet Detectives thing, but my cousin, Mike Catterbone, played for Miami.
Nice.
He, during the scab season, back then, he went and played. I think he started out as scab and they kept him on when the league returned. He actually jammed a finger catching a ball from Dan Marino.
They said he had a rocket.
Yeah. He said he could throw the ball like you would not believe.
Well, I mean, I guess that's why this goes back to our conversation of, can you be a GOAT and not win the championship?
Absolutely.
I could say yes. If you have, all right, could you be considered a GOAT and not have broken a record?
Yes, because I don't think it's about, I think sometimes it's the standard that you set.
Okay.
There's always going to be somebody better out there.
Yeah.
But, to be great at something doesn't always mean you have to be a winner.
That's a good one to ponder on.
It is. You do not have to be a winner to be great at something.
Yeah, because I would consider Allen Iverson a GOAT, but he's never won a championship. I mean, he's won a divisional championship, but has never won a NBA championship. But he has records too. I mean,
you can excel at sports. Like take high school, for example.
Yeah.
There's plenty of athletes that excel in their sport that they're in, and the team may not be that good. And, they get what? Depending on how good they are, they might have 3 years on varsity. Unless they come in as a freshman varsity, which is very rare, but they are out there. So 3 years at varsity. Sometimes your school is not the best, but you are.
I mean, you were to go at field hockey, right?
No, synchronized swimming.
Oh, synchronized swimming. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, shout out to the go-to. Never won anything, man. which is sad because, Barry Bonds and a lot of these players should have won because how great they were. But I guess Dan Marino was too busy with Finkel.
Or Einhorn. Hey, speaking of which, before we wrap it up, the greatest of being great at anything, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It's coming out. Season 4's wrapped up. The filming is complete. Who's gonna be on? I don't know. I do not know. I know that.
What's the theory?
My theory is still Julie is gonna return as Tori's mom.
Hillary Swank. I can see that because you don't really see her mother.
You do not.
And maybe she $1 million babied herself or something. And
yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what happens this season, how they spin it. I know there's so many fans out there that are dying for this to come back out because
I'm one of them.
If anything, COVID gave us Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of great Netflix shows that came out, Hulu, Prime, whatever you watch, there was a lot of great shows that came out. But if there was anything that captured America this past year,
America
there, I would say Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Now it'd be interesting to see if Daniel and Julie knew of each other.
I think they referenced Daniel in Karate Kid 4.
But I don't think it was just Mr. Miyagi, right? It wasn't her.
No.
So I wonder if they physically
met each other
and what type of bonding they're going to have over Mr. Miyagi.
And if she does come back, is she going to come back as Cobra Kai? Is she going to come back as Miyagi-Do? And I say that because as anything, this more than as well as I do, you defend your child.
Yes.
So it's not about what you do. It's about who you protect.
Mama Bear. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
If Tori is her daughter, is she going to come back Cobra Kai?
I'm really interested to see where it's going because it ended off really, 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 really good.
It gave me chills.
Yeah.
The little hairs went up on the arm.
That final fight scene was pretty damn awesome inside Daniel's house.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a all-out war, but I like the way they brought Hawk back.
Yeah,
they
like how they reamed him back in.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens, what they do with it. There's a lot of great shows out right now. I know we didn't talk too much TV this time, but The Handmaid's Tale just came back on Hulu. It's now streaming every Wednesday. This is season 4 of that as well. I'm
trying to look up to see if Will Smith is still a part of Cobra Kai or if he backed out.
No, I think he's still.
He's still
a producer.
Yeah, he's still a producer, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, they got a nice little list of people that are involved in this. But yeah, I know Will Smith was a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Obviously. Now, would you want to see his son be a part of it?
Absolutely
down
not.
The road?
Absolutely not. That was a totally different spin. I respect what they did, but using the Karate Kid name for that movie did not do justice to the franchise.
Well, it was a different style of martial arts. It was a different style of everything.
It was, what they tried to do was take the Daniel backstory and spin it to move into Korea.
Yeah.
And, just like Daniel moved from Jersey to Fresno, and I think it was Fresno or I don't know, one of those. But I think they tried to do that, but they used Kung Fu versus karate. And I think it was, there was similar storyline, but I just think it was too different.
Yeah, I fought myself about that one. I didn't know if I would like to see it. I don't know if it's something that they would just give us like a Easter egg type thing where Will Smith's son will be sitting in the crowd and just like give him a nod, and that's it. That's all you would get.
Or Jackie Chan make an appearance.
Yeah, I think I would take Jackie Chan over Jaden
Smith.
Yeah, because I don't think Jaden now would fit that mold.
No,
he's too
out there.
Yeah, he's too out there.
Yeah.
Now I didn't mind Jackie Chan's portrayal.
Jackie Chan did a great job at being the Miyagi type role, but nobody is ever going to be a Miyagi.
But if somebody had to play that role in the Cobra Kai and it's not Daniel, then I could see Jackie Chan coming in for a small role.
I think that's reaching. I honestly do. I think it's too much. I think for the audience it would be too much too soon. I think they need to keep the storyline where they're at, what they're doing. Blending the Karate Kid 4 into the franchise of the first 3 is risky enough.
Yeah. I mean, but at least that was in the same quote unquote universe.
Yeah. And Mike Barnes apparently is not coming back to season 4. So I know there was speculation of, because he was the quote unquote villain in the third one, man. The third movie of the original Karate Kid. So I don't think, from what I understand, he's not making a return. But the question is,
who did he call?
Is Dutch going to make an appearance?
He called somebody back.
That was Terry Silvers.
Oh yeah.
Terry Silvers was his buddy in Vietnam.
Yeah, I remember now.
And that's who's going to be
the Snake Pit. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, that's going to be the ultimate villain in season 4. It's just who's going to take on Terry Silvers. They already got Kreese under control.
Yeah.
I'm not under control because he's a little, but I think they can take on Kreese. The question is, you throw Terry Silvers into the mix and maybe Dutch. Where's Dutch going to come out at?
I see that. Because then you have two grown people after two grown people. I can see that.
So, I mean, there's a lot. They're saying that Dutch is in jail right now, and that's why he's not in the show and this and that. So, and
they can go pretty much anywhere right now with everything. It's pretty cool.
And Chad McQueen, who played the role of Dutch, doesn't want to return to acting at all. He's much, his father was Steve McQueen, and great actor, race car fanatic, and I think Chad McQueen is in that road right now. He's more into the race cars and everything like that. He gave up acting, from what I understand. So, will he even make an appearance? I don't know.
I hope they at least get him. At least come for one episode. At least come and just pay that homage to who you were. Just like the little girl came back, the little girl that he saved on the damn lightning pole. She came back. So
she came back.
I'm like, that'd be cool. They're bringing back a lot of OG characters, so I don't see why they couldn't persuade him to come back for at least one episode.
Who knows what they're going to do, but just like anything, they're going to wrap it up eventually and bring it on back to Jack, as we say. And in the end, who knows if Daniel or Cobra Kai will win over?
Falcon Fang. What was it called? Falcon Fang?
No, it wasn't Falcon.
Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang, yeah.
Oh my God. Horrible name. Well, Mr. Muller, how do you feel?
I feel great. As always, I look forward to every Sunday night, and I want to thank everybody for, as always, tuning in, letting us entertain you for another week, and spending the time with us and being the coffee gang that you are.
Coffee gang.
So until next week, stay classy. Thanks for listening.
Bye. I want to thank everybody for listening to another episode of the Coffee Break Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to us on your favorite podcast streaming service. And of course, follow us on all social media platforms and like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in to the shenanigans.
Thanks for tuning in to the Coffee Break Podcast.
I love that song.
I do too.